How did you find your apartment or house here? What are your tips for choosing the right area? And are there any things foreigners should be careful about when renting?
So, as a digital nomad, as I say before, we cannot rent a place for 1 year. So, price gonna be a little different than expert. I usually find place from Airbnb, and then first I send them a message like, "Hey, I love your place, and I would like to stay there 1 month. Can I get the extra discount?" And then some will say no, some will say yes. And if someone say yes, we start to have a conversation. And then, but I am not going to book 1 month because first of all, we don't know what smells like. Sometimes bathroom really stinky or neighbors very loud. So what I do is book 1 or 2 nights and see how it looks like. And then if we like it, uh, we book 1 month. Um, we don't have a car in Europe, so mostly we have to walk or take a train. So we usually try to stay in the center. So, we don't need to pay taxi or bus.
Because I'm here with my family and our apartment has to be near the school where our daughter goes, we had a different criteria. So we were looking for long-term apartments in an area that is safe, close to school, and we were very lucky to find a real estate agent by posting our request for an apartment in a local Facebook group. And she immediately followed up, and we met a couple of times. She was really good. She was showing us different places. And we got very fortunate and we found the perfect place for us. Like I said, the rent is higher than in Moldova, but at the same time is quite affordable and quite okay compared to the rent prices in Tivat. Although Tivat, like I said, is one of the most expensive towns in Montenegro. I just want to add that I visited different parts of Montenegro, and I noticed that the real estate prices for rent and buying apartments are very different. For instance, in Bar, there is a different crowds and the prices are much cheaper than in Tivat. Herceg Novi tend to be cheaper, than Tivat. So Tivat and Kotor are the most expensive parts of Montenegro, in my experience. Maybe I'm wrong. I hear that it's very hard to get an apartment for rent in Podgorica. I don't know that. I can only attest to the fact that there is plenty apartments that you can check. Look for yourself what you like, what you don't like. Be careful if you're renting for a long time. Do not pay too much in advance. I hear some real estate agents are asking for 4 months advance payment, which is, in my opinion, not okay, but some people pay that. Also, for long-term rent, it's extremely important to enter agreements. Go to the notary, sign the agreement at the notary, in order to certify that, so that your rights are protected. Because I hear that some people signed agreements, never went to the notary, and then before the high season, they were asked to leave the apartment because the owners got tenants who are paying higher prices. So just be aware about various situations and try to understand your rights, your relationship. Look at the owner of the place if he or she looks like a person you can trust.
Yeah, I agree. Listening to her story, I was thinking like a few months ago we were staying in Montenegro too, and then yes, Bar, the more southern Montenegro, there's more local people and then more Russian Ukrainian people there. We found out like one room in the center, 750 euro, uh, and we thought that's very very good deal. So I hope this gives you advice. If it's like they ask you 1,000 or something, I will say that's ripped off. If it's very very nice, that's fine, but you should negotiate it. Also, yes, summertime is very expensive, like 1,200 euro. But if it's off season, you should talk with them like under 1,000 euro or maybe around like 900. Sometimes if you're lucky you can find 700 euro, all include internet and then utility fee too. So yes, that yeah.
Just that there is plenty of choice. Just do your homework, go visit the places, meet the owners, ask your questions, look at the contract if you are going to rent long term, and just be careful and know your rights.
Also, don't forget, if you are a tourist, you have to pay tourist
tax.
fee.
Yes.
And
tax,
then
yeah.
if you're late for maybe two days or something,
Fine,
yeah,
fine.
fine.
So yeah, the rule is that when you enter Montenegro, you actually have 24 hours to register with the tourist office. If you fail to do that, then yes, you are subject to a penalty. And that penalty can happen, usually it happens when you leave Montenegro and they ask you for the registration and you don't have it. So be really careful about that. Basically based on registering every address that you are staying in Montenegro. So because I think the owners are taxed on the profits, that's why it's really important when you switch places to go register your new address.